Welcome back everyone. Marvel gave us a lot to love this year, and I'm breaking it all down today with my top 10 for 2021. Welcome back everyone, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'll be breaking down my top 10 MCU picks for 2021. And we will be delving into spoiler territory here, so keep that in mind as we kick the countdown off. And with that being said, let's start with my number 10 pick, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Now, there's obviously an audience for these films. This is a sequel and there are more films in development. But for me, they're just a little too silly. The first film was kind of a buddy cop movie with Tom Hardy and the Venom symbiote. But when I think Venom symbiote from outer space, I want to see something that's scary, intimidating, and that I feel like can stand toe-to-toe with Spider-Man and maybe even take him out. And with this film, Venom's kind of just a whiny, crybaby 5-year-old constantly talking about what he wants to eat and when he wants to eat it. It just doesn't do it for me. So that's why it finds itself at the bottom of my top 10 list. And up next at number 9, we have the Disney Plus animated series, What If? Now, I like anime, and I like animated films and TV series, but there was something about this show that just didn't settle with me. They're fun alternate takes on the heroes we've come to love in the MCU, but killing Thanos in 2 seconds and making Thor obnoxiously annoying just didn't do it for me. Honorable mention for the Doctor Strange episode, though, that I felt. And moving right along, at number 8, we have the Eternals. Now, the trailers made this film look great. I was very much anticipating seeing this film. There was a lot of laser eyes and fighting in the trailers, and it looked like a really great time. But when I finally went to go see it, that's not exactly what I got. It was more like 2.5 hours of exposition and explanations, and too many characters to go around. Not to mention, the film seemed so detached from the MCU. Some really big things were happening, but no one else seemed to care that much, so it really made the film just seem not very memorable, and as a result, not very fun to watch. And up next at our number 7 spot, we have Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow film. Now, this film did give us a lot. I enjoyed the film. We got to see Natasha's backstory. We got to see her family dynamic. We got to meet Yelena, which is huge. But it was just too little too late. If we would have gotten this film 2-3 years ago, it would have had a much bigger impact, and we would have been relate to it so much more if we didn't already know Natasha had died in Endgame. So, for that reason, number 7. Moving right along, and up at number 6, we have the Disney Plus series, Hawkeye. Now, I really enjoyed this series. I liked the Christmas theme a lot. We were introduced to Haley Steinfeld, which was awesome. And Yelena was blipped in and out in one of the episodes, which was probably my favorite part of the entire series. What I didn't like about it as much was the Echo character. I can't believe she's getting her own spin-off series. And the return of Kingpin just didn't do it for me. So for that reason, Hawkeye holds down number 6 spot. And just like that, we're halfway through my top 10 countdown. Now, take a minute to drop a comment down below and let me know if there's anything that you disagree or agree with that I've said so far. I'd be really interested to hear your guys' feedback. Now, rounding out our top 5, we have the Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. At the end of Endgame, when Steve gave Sam his shield, I had doubts. I really didn't feel like Sam could live up to that role or fill those shoes. It was such a big responsibility, and that's what this series does for us. Now, this series takes us through Sam's journey of understanding exactly what it means to him to be Captain America. We get to see Bucky dealing with his past, and we also get standout performances from Aaron Kellyman and Wyatt Russell, which is why Falcon finds itself in the number 5 spot on my top 10 list. Now, up next at my number 4 spot, we have the Disney Plus series Loki. And Loki's been a fan favorite character since his first appearance, but what this series does so well is it peels back the onion a bit and lets us see exactly what Loki's all about. We get to see Loki fall in love, we get introduced to the multiverse for the first time, and some of the dialogue between Loki and Owen Wilson's character in the series is some of the best in any of the Disney Plus series. So for that reason, Loki's number 4 on my list. And just like that, we've hit the top 3 of my top 10 list. And rounding it off is WandaVision. Now, WandaVision was an amazing series. It was the first of the Disney Plus series, and every episode was like mind-blowing. We got to see a Vision versus Vision battle. We got to see Wanda and her family in their comic-accurate costumes. We got Catherine Hahn as Agatha, which is also leading to a spin-off series. And we got Mephisto. Oh, wait. No, we didn't get Mephisto. But all that aside, WandaVision was truly groundbreaking, and the implications will continue in the MCU for some time to come. So for that reason, WandaVision's my number 3 pick. And here we are at my top 2. Now both of these I switched back and forth multiple times. It was so hard to decide. They are that good. But at the end of the day, my number 2 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, Shang-Chi is an origin story, but it doesn't feel weighted down by the fact that it's an origin story like other films do. We have amazing action in this film. That bus sequence is one of my favorites. Awkwafina is literally hilarious, but by the end of the film, we're able to take her seriously. And the relationship between Shang and his mother and father is one of the best emotional journeys in a film of the year, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. So far, how's the list going? Are you on board with it? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below as we move into our number 1 pick. So here we are at my number 1 pick. My absolute favorite film or TV show of 2021 is Spider-Man No Way Home. Now the nostalgia in this film is literally through the roof. We have characters reprising their roles from almost 20 years ago. And not to mention the fact that this is the culmination of a 3-movie origin story for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We get Tobey back as Spider-Man, Andrew back as the Amazing Spider-Man. But honestly guys, all the fan service and nostalgia aside, the heart of this film is what makes it a great film and worthy of this number 1 spot. We see Peter struggle with his responsibility of being Spider-Man and at the same time try to maintain his relationships with all his loved ones and keep them safe. Peter learns the hard way that there are consequences to his actions and that he has to deal with those whether he's Spider-Man or not. Well, let me know what you guys thought about my list. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? I'm sure you guys all have a lot to say, so drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos, and as always, I'll catch you back here for more Reaction Action.